Martell Holt's name has always been tied to drama, and this time, it's about more than his ex-wife or the public relationship with Arionne, better known to many as Coleslaw. The new wave of speculation is centered on Destiny Payton, the woman who was once one of Melody's closest friends. For months, fans have been whispering about whether Martell and Destiny are more than just friends, and the conversations have only gotten louder. The idea that Martell could leave Coleslaw for Destiny has turned into one of the hottest debates around, especially because of how deep the connections run from the very beginning. People noticed how close Martell and Destiny seemed to be. It wasn't just casual friendship, and it wasn't just because they were on the same show. Destiny appeared around Martell a lot, and she showed loyalty to him in ways that raised eyebrows. The problem was that her loyalty to Martell stood out even more because of her past friendship with Melody. Fans couldn't understand how Destiny could remain so close to Martell when she and Melody had once been like sisters. That contradiction alone sparked early whispers that maybe something deeper was happening between her and Martell. It wasn't only fans who noticed. Conversations among the cast and online discussions brought the possibility up several times. People pointed out how Destiny defended Martell, how she consistently showed up for him, and how she sometimes seemed to prioritize him over her other relationships. When you put those details together, it's easy to wonder if there's more to their bond than they want to admit publicly. One moment that really stands out is when Martell was the one who took Destiny to the gun range. At the time, Destiny was dealing with issues in her marriage to LAMH, and she was in a vulnerable position. Out of all the people Destiny could lean on, she chose Martell. And not only did he show up for her, he personally took her to the range, teaching her how to protect herself. That is not the type of thing that casual friends normally do. That's protective. That's personal. That's intimate. And for many fans, it was the biggest sign that their connection went beyond just platonic friendship. When you think about it, for Martell to step in like that means there was already trust, already a closeness, and maybe even already a hidden bond between them. It makes you wonder if that moment at the range was just another layer on top of something that had been going on behind the scenes for a long time. But if Martell and Destiny are more than just friends, what does that mean for the bigger picture? Martell has been tied to multiple women, including his longtime affair with Arionne. And of course, his broken marriage with Melody is still one of the biggest storylines tied to his name. But Destiny's situation is unique. She wasn't just another woman. She was someone who had a direct connection to Melody. She was once in Melody's circle, once considered a friend. If she really did cross the line with Martell, that would not just be about romance. It would be about loyalty, trust, and betrayal. And then there's LAMH. Fans haven't forgotten that Martell and LAMH were supposed to be childhood friends. Their friendship went back years, long before reality television and drama. But then, suddenly, LAMH disappeared quietly from the spotlight. Unlike Martell's other fallouts, there wasn't a loud back and forth, there weren't nasty arguments on camera. He just left quietly, like he had a reason to step away and didn't want to speak about it. That silence has been suspicious to fans. For Martell, who argues with almost everyone he clashes with, why did his friendship with LAMH end so quietly? When you line up the timing, it makes sense why people believe something happened between Martell and Destiny. If the rumors of them being sneaky links are true, then it explains a lot. It explains LAMH's sudden exit, it explains why he never went public with his side of the story, and it explains the tension that has followed Destiny ever since. Fans also point out that if Martell and Destiny really did cross that line, it would have made an incredible storyline for the show. After all, love and marriage, Huntsville thrives on drama. The producers are always looking for shocking twists that keep viewers glued to the screen. If Martell and Destiny were really caught together, it would have been explosive. So why wasn't it used? Maybe because it was too real, too messy, and would have ruined too many relationships at once. Maybe the people involved didn't want it out there because it would damage their reputations beyond repair, but even without the producers pushing it, fans haven't stopped speculating. Destiny has shown loyalty to Martell in ways that feel bigger than friendship. She has risked friendships, including her bond with Melody, to stay close to him. That choice alone says a lot. Some even believe that if Destiny had more financial stability and success to match Martell's lifestyle, he would already be fully committed to her. They say Martell could finally see her as more than just an option, and maybe even choose her over Arionne. When you think about that, it raises another question: is Martell keeping Destiny around as a backup plan? Is he using her loyalty, knowing she will always defend him and stand by him, while he does his own thing with other women? Or is there really something deeper that he's not ready to show the world? This becomes even messier when you bring Melody back into the picture. Melody and Destiny's friendship ending was one of the biggest turning points in the story. Melody had trusted Destiny, shared personal moments with her, and let her into her inner circle. For her to then see Destiny staying loyal to Martell over her had to feel like a betrayal. Fans believe Melody has every reason to keep her distance. And some even wonder if Melody always knew about Destiny and Martell. Did she suspect something? Did she sense that they were more than just friends? If she did, that would explain why the friendship ended so coldly and why there was no room for reconciliation. Destiny herself has said that if it weren't for Martell, she wouldn't have known Letitia or Kimmy, and she wouldn't have even been on the show. Notice what she didn't say: she didn't give that credit to Melody. That detail speaks volumes. By acknowledging Martell as the reason for her presence on the show, she showed where her loyalty really lies. That kind of acknowledgement only strengthens the theory that she would always stand by Martell, no matter what. Some fans even point to Destiny's court case, which they say looked very similar to Martell's. The way arguments were made, the way things were handled, it almost seemed like Martell was coaching her, guiding her through the process, teaching her how to deal with things the way he did. That level of involvement goes beyond casual friendship. It looks like partnership. It looks like intimacy, and then there are the juicier theories. Some people openly claim that Martell and Destiny were intimate while they were both still married. If that's true, it explains everything. It explains LAMH's quiet disappearance. It explains the bond between Destiny and Martell. It explains why she has stayed loyal to him despite everything. Even the cast has hinted before that there might be more between them than meets the eye. If they knew, it makes sense why there has been so much tension behind the scenes and why Destiny has struggled to find her place within the group. The pattern with Martell is clear. He gets close to people, builds trust, and then revelations come out that change everything. With Arionne, it was the long affair. With Melody, it was the collapse of a marriage in front of the world. And now with Destiny, it's the speculation that they were sneaky links all along. Every time, it leaves fans divided. Some defend him, some drag him, and some just want to know the truth. So the big question is this: would Martell leave Arionne for Destiny? On one hand, Destiny seems loyal in ways that Arionne has not been able to show publicly. Destiny has proven she will defend him, stand by him, and risk her own friendships for him. On the other hand, Martell has never shown signs of committing fully to one woman since his marriage ended. For all we know, Destiny could just be another option he keeps close while he lives life on his terms. LAMH's friendship with Martell is another reminder that something deeper must have happened. Childhood friendships don't just end for no reason. Something major had to have gone down, and many fans believe that secret is tied directly to Destiny. His silence, his absence, and his refusal to speak publicly all point to a truth that hasn't been revealed yet, and through all of this, Destiny has remained quiet. She hasn't strongly denied the rumors. She hasn't gone out of her way to prove people wrong. She simply keeps moving forward, staying close to Martell, and letting people talk. That silence speaks volumes. Sometimes, what people don't say is louder than what they do. The speculation continues, the rumors grow, and fans keep asking the same question: will Martell really leave Coleslaw for Destiny, or is she just another chapter in the ongoing story of Martell Holt's complicated relationships?